Right, so we're going to move on to our second lesson. We're looking at metric unit conversion. What I want you to do is to pause the video and try question 5. In the first video, we were talking about conversion units, so you should be able to master them. So you need to know how many liters are in, how many milliliters are in how many liters. You need to know how many kilometers are in how many meters. Those guys, you need to do those ones off head because in exam they're not going to tell you. Okay, so pause the video, try question 4 and 5, please. Okay, hope you've done that. So what we're going to do is just go over this quickly. A go-kart has 5-liter petrol tank. You can sketch that if you want. So it's a 5-liter petrol tank. Maybe that looks like that. Okay, and it can take 5 liters. Now what I'm going to say quickly, these 5 liters, you can change that to milliliters, right? Straight away. Remember 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. So you just times it by 1,000. So that's going to be 500. It's going to be 5,000 milliliters. Okay. So 5 liter is 5,000 milliliters. So we can as well just look at it that way. Now it uses 20 milliliters of petrol per lap of 400 meters. So when it does 1 lap, it uses 10 milliliters. Okay. Now if Jack fills up the tank, how many laps of the track can he do? Now remember 10 milliliters for 1 lap. Forget about the 400 meters. 10 milliliters is just 1 lap. So we want to see how many laps is still going to be. So quite easy, that one. You're just going to share out. You're going to need to divide. So 5,000 milliliters, you share into 10. Okay. So that's going to be, that divided by that is going to be 500. Okay. So that's going to be 500 laps. Okay. So that's going to be 500 laps to go on that. Okay. The next one, how many kilometers can James travel on each full tank of petrol? Okay. So he says, how many kilometers can James travel on each full tank of petrol? Now, one thing we know is that one full tank of petrol is doing 500 laps. All we need to do is to change this one into distance. So we know that 1 lap is 400 meters and we're doing 500 of them. So what we need to do is to just times them. So I've got 400 and we're timesing by 500 laps to see what the distance is. So that's going to be 20. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, I need another 0. Okay, so it's 200,000 meters. So you can do 200,000 meters, but that needs to be converted back into kilometers. Remember, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. Kilo means 1,000. So we are changing meters back to kilometers. We're going backwards. If you're going backwards like this, you divide by this number. So you're going to divide this by 1,000. If you do that, you're going to need to get 200 kilometers. Okay? Because if you divide this one by 1,000, it's as if these 3 zeros are going to cancel. So 1, 2, 3 will cancel out. So you got 200 kilometers. Okay, so that's the answer to that. Right, so question 5. Let's go over question 5 quickly. Question 5, he says Sharon, Leon, and Elsie get into a cable car while skiing. Sharon weighs that, Louis weighs that, Elsie weighs that. Their skis weigh 10,000 grams a pair. Okay. Now, the cable car is unsafe when carrying a mass of over half a ton. Will Sharon, Louis, and Elsie be safe? Okay. Right. So the first thing you need to know is basically what weight they all have altogether. So putting their weights up altogether plus that one of the ski. Okay, this one here. Okay. Right. So Sharon, Lauren, and Elsie get into a cable car while skiing. Sharon weighs that, Louis weighs that, and Elsie weighs that. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is to add their weights up. So I've got 55, I've got 77, 78.1. You're going to need to add 65.9. And then we need to add 55.2. Okay, so that's what we want to do first. Now when you're adding like this, make sure the decimal points are there and they're in straight line. 1 plus 9 is 10 plus 2 is 12. 2 carry 1. Okay, 1 plus 8 is 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19. So 9 you carry 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 plus 5 is 19. That's going to be 199.2. Okay. So that is their weight now in terms of kilograms. I've got 19.9.2, but that's kilogram. Okay. Now, but you see that their skis weigh 10,000 grams a pair. Now, a pair basically means that for two, right? So that's going to be 10,000 grams a pair. So there are two ways you can look at this because I'm trying to understand what they're saying here. So two skis, if you want, for two people would be that, and then the skis come in pairs. So what's going to basically happen is that we're going to double this, even though the other person is going to be on his own ski, right? But they're all going to be 10,000 grams, and we're going to need to double this. So thinking about, we need two pairs of ski here. So the 10,000 grams will be for the first two people. They're going to go into that, and then the other 10,000 gram one, the other person's going to go there, even though this person's going to be on his own, but the ski itself will be doing that already. So all we need to do, we need to double this because we need two pairs. We need to double this, and then we're going to then add to that. Okay, so that's what I want to do now. So if I just double that here, if you double 10,000, you're going to end up with 20,000 grams. So it's 20,000 grams. Okay, because there are two of them, right? But we need to change this one into kilograms, so then we can add it there. We need to divide this by 1,000 because 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. So divide by 1,000. So these three zeros are going to go, and that's going to be 20 kilograms, right? So we then add 20 kilograms to that. Okay. If you add 20 kilograms to that, you're going to end up with 2 there. You're going to end up with 9 there, 11, carry 1, that becomes 2. Okay. So altogether is going to be 2.19. So I got 219.2. So it's 219 kilograms. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do now is to change this one into ton. 1 ton is 1,000 kilogram. So if I'm changing from kilo to ton, we're going to divide this by 1,000. If you divide this by 1,000, the decimal point moves back, moves this way 3 times. So the answer there is going to be 0.2192 tons. Okay. So that's all the way all together. But it says here, the cable car is unsafe when carrying a mass of over half a ton. The cable car is unsafe when carrying a mass of over half a ton. So what we're going to now say is that, is this weight here more than half a ton or not? Now half a ton is going to be 0.5. So half is 0.5 a ton. Okay. But here we have 0.2. Even if you ignore this, that's just basically 0.2. So yes, Sharon and Lauren and Elsie are going to be safe. Okay. So that's how to do that question. What you might want to do very quickly, if you want to answer question 6, pause the video and answer question 6. Right, so hope you try that. Since Millie runs 1,500 meters fun run, a 50 meters sprint, and a 13.2 kilometers race, how many kilometers has she run in total? Very easy, this question. Change the meters back to kilometers and then add to this one, because the question is asking how many kilometers. So to change meters to kilometers, remember you divide by 1,000. So you divide that by 1,000, then the answer just basically add up, then see what it is. Okay, so that's quite easy. If I do that for you, I've got 13.2. So sorry about that. Right, see if I've got 13.2 already. Okay, and then as for 1,500, divide that by 1,000. The decimal point is going to move 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be somewhere there. So we're going to have 1.5. Okay, kilometer. That should be 1.5 kilometer. And then 50 meters, if you divide that by 1,000, easy. The decimal point is at the end. It moves 1, 2, 3. So it's here. So put the 0 there and 1 in front. So you have got 0.05. Okay, to add that. Okay, so all you need to do is just basically to add them up. So I've got 5 there. If you add, I've got 2 plus 5 plus 0 is 7. The decimal point is there. 3 plus 1 is 4, and 1 there. So the answer is 14.75 kilometers in total.